So today I'm going to explain you that how can you make an equivalent fraction. So I'm explaining you the concept of making equivalent fractions. Remember that you can make equivalent fractions either by multiplying or dividing, okay? But remember that sometimes we can reduce the fractions, but sometimes we cannot reduce the fraction. So first you have to see that, okay, here you can see that you cannot simplify 5 by 9. So it means that when you cannot simplify the fraction, so it means that you will multiply the numerator and denominator with some number to make it equivalent. Here you can see that you can make it equivalent by multiplying it with 2. Okay, so 2 times 5 is 10 and 2 times 9 is 18. So this is your equivalent fraction of 5 by 9. Now in the second case, you can see that 18 and 36 can be simplified. They can be reduced to the simple fraction. So 18 and 36, you have to check that in which table both numerator and denominator are coming. So they are coming in the table of 3, so you can reduce them with the table of 3.
Means also with the table of 2, miss.
Yes, with the table of 2 also, but you have to check now if, okay, it's better whenever you simplify the fraction, if you're making the equivalent fraction by dividing the numerator and denominator, so try to take the biggest number, okay? So here I'm trying 3, okay, 3 6 are 18, 3 1s are 3, 3 2s are 6, and you have to check that if the answer is further can you further simplify the answer. Here you can see that you can further simplify the answer
And
by
6 1s are
dividing
6,
it
6
to
2s are
6.
12.
So you will get a 1 by 2. So here you can see that this is your equivalent
Miss, why did
fraction.
you divide? Why did you not multiply?
That is what I have told you at the start, that if the fraction can be simplified or reduced, so you have to divide it to make it the equivalent fraction. But you have to see if the fraction cannot be divided with some number, it cannot be simplified, so you will multiply it to make it an equivalent fraction. This is the difference between the fraction, that where you have to divide, okay, and where you have to multiply. Okay, now if you're making the three equivalent fractions, so you can see that here this is the first equivalent fraction, 10 by 18, and if you're making the other equivalent fraction, so now you can multiply it with 3. So 5 times 3, so multiply it with 3, okay. So 5 times 3 is 15 and 3 times 9 is 27, and you can you can make one more equivalent fraction by multiplying it with 4, okay. So 5 times 4 is 20, so 4 times 9 is 36. So this is the first equivalent fraction of 5 by 9, this is the second equivalent fraction of 5 by 9, this is the third equivalent fraction of 5 by 9. In this case I have just directly divided it with 3, but I can also make 3 equivalent fractions if I started with 2. Okay, see, if I have to make 3 equivalent fractions, if in the question I'm asked to make 3 equivalent fractions, so I will start dividing it with 2, okay. I will start dividing it with the smaller number. As you can see that the last digit is even, so it means that both 18 and 36 are divisible by 2. So I'm going to divide the numerator and denominator with 2.
2
2
9s
nines
is
are 18, yes,
18
and 2
to
ones are 2, 2 eights are 60. Now you can further simplify it with the table of 3. So simplify it. 3 threes are 9 and 3 6 are
divided
18.
by
Now you
3.
can further simplify it with the table of 3. So you will get 1 by 2. So this is your first equivalent fraction, 9 by 18. This is your second equivalent fraction, 3 by 6, and this is your third equivalent fraction, 1 by 2. So this is how you can also make more than one equivalent fraction. Okay, so I hope that it's clear to you. Okay, you can write down the equivalent fractions like this: 5 by 9 is equal to 10 by 18 is equal to 15 by 27 is equal to 20 by 36. So these are the three further equivalent fraction of this 5 by 9.